Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my DRACONATHON TBR. There is a new board game this year that the creators Jade from Jaded Reader and Soleil from Soleil Celine have worked very hard on, and their artist as well. Absolutely amazing art. So I will link Jade and Soleil and the artist down below. I believe the artist's name is Bashful Sketches. But I'm not going to explain the board game. You'll just see me roll for my prompts and stuff, and I have some like of the visual graphics that they also gave us printed out as well. So let's pop on over and roll for our TBR. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for my TBR now. I'm gonna use this absolutely adorable like little mushroom guy as my like playing piece, because this is like the only thing I have that's small enough. So I've got the rules here next to me in case I need to quickly glance at them. I also have like the little icon, what's it called? The icon key thing next to me as well. And I thought I printed out the little gem paper where you can keep track of your gems, but I don't know where it went. So I just have a notepad to put a tally mark every time I land on one of these gem things, so I can add that up later after I find my sheet because I don't know where it went. But you get 5 points just for starting the game, so we'll do a tally there. Okay, first roll, let's see. A 3. Hopefully you can see that. A 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, a dragon encounter. So I have to roll the dice again for one of these. A 3. Reread your last chapter. So I will do that. I'm gonna I'll do at the bottom of this notepad for the encounters, DE for dragon encounters, I'll put number 3. And then I really hope I don't get that one multiple times. That would be so awful, wouldn't it? A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, I get to pull a card. Okay, I actually don't know if these are like shuffled. Give me a sec. We're just gonna like mix them up a smidge. I don't really know. Oh god. I did the tiny ones because I was just trying to save on ink and paper. So I don't know. I'll just mix them up. Mix, mix, mix. I probably should have been a little more prepared for this clip, huh? Sorry. All right, we'll take this one. Read a dragon book with a celestial cover. For this one, I'm going to go with Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. And as far as I know, this book is about a woman whose mother gets turned into some other kind of creature. I think it might be a swan. And she sets off on an adventure to the Celestial Kingdom, where I believe she somehow meets up with a prince. She learns to do archery. She learns to do magic. She makes her way to the Celestial Kingdom, and she asks dragons to help turn her mother back to a human. I think that's the plot. I don't really know much about it, but the cover, stunning, celestial for sure. Just look at it. It has the word moon on it, so I think it double counts for the word moon as well. It has the word celestial on it because it's called the Celestial Kingdom trilogy, I think. It's a trilogy. I think it's a trilogy, and it's an absolutely gorgeous cover, and I definitely think it counts for this prompt. Now, you can double up for prompts later, and I think if any of the books are going to count for a double, it's going to be this one. So I'll mention this one briefly when I get to another prompt that fits, because I've already rolled all of my rolls. I'm just popping in between them. Spoiler. Okay, next roll is a 5 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, you're shitting me. Please don't be a 3. Please don't be a 3. A 6. Swap your current read for the next read on your TBR. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm not rolling as I go. So maybe I can save these or use them like, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out because obviously that would be like in the moment. It would really suck. But yeah, okay. So next roll. Oh, you can't see it. I'll re-roll it in the camera. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got some more gems. A 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's this? Oh, the community task. So this is the one where you can have somebody else pick your book, a pet, friend, partner, etc. Choose a book from someone else's TBR. Read with a friend / buddy read, and then read amongst your fellows in public, at a cafe, library, etc. That's fun. Okay, so I will just mark that down as well. Now I've got that written down also underneath my other one. Okay, next roll. I'm scared. 1, 2, 3. Yay, another quest. Read a dragon book that has more than one mythical creature. Oh, that's going to be hard. I don't know if any of the ones I own fit this prompt, and I really want to read either something from my physical TBR or from my ebook TBR that I already own. So I have searched high and low for a book that matches this prompt. The only book that I know for a fact that I have either physically or on my Kobo that matches this prompt is the Fallbacks #2, Dealing with Dragons. This is a D&D world in the Far Realms, and I know that D&D has loads of mythical creatures in it. The races of the people are all different and mythical. I know that the creatures, there's a mimic on the cover of the first one, but the problem is that I haven't read the first one yet. And I do believe that they are sequential. So like I have to read them in order. They're not just like different stories from the world. I believe it is the same cast of characters from book 1, and it is following that story. They're both like under 330 pages, so they're not that long. I could probably squeeze book 1 in before August. I would just need to finish the other 2 books that I'm reading right now, which ironically both of them also have dragons in it. I didn't plan very well, as you can tell, but I just was in the mood for the dragon books, so I picked some of them up early. One of them isn't necessarily a dragon book, it just has a dragon in it, but I digress. Now, that being said, I think Daughter of the Moon Goddess might count for this one. I'm going to have to look into it, because if I can't figure out a book that fits for this prompt better than the second Fallbacks book, I am going to have to read Fallbacks book 1 in July, which it is now. It is July 15th. So I've got 2 weeks to get my shit together. I also have The Last Fee Hunter by Selene Goldenberg, and this is about a man who escorts a pregnant woman through a forest with these dangerous demons, and there's a dragon spirit, and I don't know if the dragon spirit is a demon or if it's like actually a dragon spirit, but I think that Jade read this previously for a Draconathon and she said that it counts, so I'm gonna just go with what they said. Also, I did text her earlier and ask if this counted, and she said she thinks it does, but also she wasn't positive if it's a bunch of creatures that are just demons appearing as other things, because they're all called these Fee, the Fee, and the Fee are like the demon spirits. So like if they look like different creatures, does that count? Are we basing this on looks? I don't know. I could read this one for that. So that's a possibility. If you've read it and you would consider that more than one mythical creature, let me know, because I don't want to have to read a book to read the book for this prompt, but I will if I need to. But it's like the only one. It's the only one I know of with more than one mythical creature. So struggling. If I end up picking a different book for that prompt, I'm going to be vlogging Draconathon. So you'll see me make that decision like in a vlog when I find out if a book does have more than one mythical creature in it. And I'll make sure to let you know, because I'm struggling with this one for sure. Okay, next roll. Oh my god, it's off the screen. It was a 2. I don't want this. I'm going to do it back in the screen because I don't want the dragon encounter. A 1. Self-care. Okay, so I can do one self-care prompt as well. Girl dinner, read in the bath, journal, color, watch your favorite movie, do an indoor activity outside, or I think Jade said you could also switch it. Or a PJ day. Ooh, a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another community task, so that's fun. Waffle's definitely going to end up picking a book for me on my TBR probably. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another prompt. Read a dragon book with LGBTQI plus MC or rep. I can totally do that. That's easy. This one's going to be easy. And for this one, I am reading The Solstice Air by Jade Juniper. I have read the first book and loved it. I have already technically read this one. I read it as a beta reader, but it has since evolved and changed into its final form. So I will be rereading it for the readathon. There are draconic creatures in here. They don't have wings, so they are technically drakes, but they're draconic and they're super fucking badass. I think they're so fun and I love them. This story follows a princess named Kezra, and she is the reincarnation of the kingdom's like first ever king. And so she has a lot of pressure on her to fill her own shoes because it's her soul that's been reincarnated. So like she's not filling someone else's shoes, she's just filling her own shoes. It's complicated. But there are lots of court politics. There is some romance. It's also very appropriate for the summer because they're in a hot, humid, basically desert, hot, humid desert, tropical. Is it tropical? It's not really tropical. Is it tropical? Do you have to be by the water to be considered tropical? I don't know. Food for thought. But it is hot and humid and they do be sweating. Okay, so it's a perfect book to read in the middle of summer. I'll tell you what, because I can walk outside and sweat my ass off and feel like I'm there with them. It's very late at night and I'm losing my mind. I'm so sorry. Moving on. A 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back 2, 1, 2. No. That means I lose gems. So we're going to cross that one out. Fuck. Okay. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing happens. It says roll again. A 4. 4 is my lucky number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go forward 1. 1. Okay. Now I get a quest. Read a dragon book with a bond with a dragon. Okay, where they're bonding. I don't know if I have any of those either. So this is going to be interesting. For this prompt, I'm going to be reading To Ride a Rising Storm by Monoquill Black Goose. This is the sequel to Shape a Dragon's Breath. And I loved book 1 so much. It's about a young girl named Anacus who finds a dragon egg. It hatches. They kind of bond a little bit. And then she gets invited, or shall I say, for lack of a better term. It's not really an invitation. It's more of an obligation. I don't know where I was going with that. She gets obliged to attend this dragon riding school, but it is a school that is run by the colonizers. Anacus is native and she lives on an island with her clan. And their island is called Masquapog. And the colonizers have kind of decided that they get to decide who becomes a dragon trainer, a dragon rider. So if you have a dragon, you need to go to this school and you can't be that dragon rider or dragon trainer without their permission. And they kind of set her up for failure because she doesn't come from an English school. The colonizers in this book are called the English, and she doesn't come from their schooling and she doesn't come from their background. And so they don't give her any extra help, but they kind of expect her to like meet their standards anyway. And she goes about catching up or filling in the gaps in knowledge in her own way. And she really is a character who shows you that like it's not where you learn, it's how you apply what you already know. Like she already knows so many things about herself, her connection to nature, her connection to her clan, her island, even just the way that her and her dragons like bond is kind of growing and changing as the dragon is growing up. And so she kind of uses her own knowledge to like try to meet their standards as best as she can, but do it in her own way. She doesn't want to do it the way that they're telling her to. And she's so strong and she's such a spitfire. And book 1 was fantastic. I can't wait to read book 2. I am going to have to read like a summary of book 1. It's been quite a while since I read the first book, and so much has happened in my life and just in general since the time that I read this book. So I need a refresher, but I remember the majority of it, which is great. So I'm excited to get to that one as well. Another 4. I'm lucky with the 4s today. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. A 5. Try a chapter of my Draconathon TBR. Fantastic. That's actually fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. What was it? Dragon Encounter? A 5. Okay, great. 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 I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5 to get to the head, but I really want to roll a 4 again so I can get more gems. Oh my god, a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So now I can get my 5 gems back that I lost from the egg. Should I play it the way that Jade played it? Because I feel like I'm not at the end, right? Like I have to get 1 more to get on her head, which is the goal, right? But this one we start on the gem. So should we also end on the gem? Okay, I think because I am on the last square, I'm not going to make myself roll the extra one to finish. Let's look at my cards here. I got 4 book prompts. I might buy another one. I think I might buy one more right now. So if you look here, at any time you can buy quests for 5 gems. So I am going to use 5 of my 10 gems and buy 1 more prompt. So then I can read 5 books this month, hopefully. Read a dragon book with jewel tones on the cover, or the cover has jewels on it. For this prompt, I picked The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. So it's got these beautiful like red and orange jewel tones on there. I had to Google what is a jewel tone, okay? I am not like sophisticated. I didn't know what that meant. And I don't know if normal people would consider this a jewel tone, but like rubies are red. Rubies are a jewel tone because it's a ruby. It's a jewel, which makes it a jewel tone. So I'm going with this one, okay? If I'm wrong, no, I'm not. Mind your business. This book is about a young woman named Mei Lin, and her father refuses to go to the draft. I think he's a drug addict, and he's like, no, I'm not going. I'm just going to sell you off to a husband, and I'll pay like my debt so I don't have to go to the draft or whatever, right? And she's like, ew, no, I don't want to get married. He's an abusive piece of shit. So she disguises herself as a man, and she goes to the war pretending to be her father. Hello, it's a Mulan retelling, okay? Which I am ironically reading a Mulan retelling right now. I didn't plan this. I knew this one was, but the current book that I'm reading, I did not know that was. So it was an accident, but that's okay. I am always down for a hide your identity as a man, improve how strong you are trope. So it's very late at night and I'm very tired. This book sounds amazing. I just got it less than a year ago. I was living at the hotel when I bought this, and so I kind of blacked that out of my memory. But I'm really excited. I know that she ends up training with this prince whose name is Sky. I would assume they fall in love because that's kind of like the Mulan thing. But I mean, it's a duology, I think, as well. So I don't know if they fall in love in this one. But there is a water dragon spirit who offers her power. And I think that she is torn about like if she should accept it or not, because I think that, you know, she's training in the army and that like she's going to war and stuff. And so I think that the war that's happening is like against their odds. Like I don't think that they're like prepared enough for it. So I think she is grappling with wanting to accept power from a dragon because, you know, all power comes with a price. I would imagine. It didn't say that on the synopsis, but like it always does, right? It just always does. That's just the rules. So this sounds good. Also, there's definitely a phoenix. There's definitely a phoenix on the cover. Wait a damn minute. There's a phoenix on the cover. I could possibly use this to double up for the more than one mythical creature. I'm gonna have to do some digging. Because if there's a phoenix in here, I don't need to read the first fallbacks book to read the second fallbacks book for the prompt. I'm glad you just watched me connect that in real time. I'm glad that my dumbass didn't realize before that this was a phoenix, because that's definitely a phoenix, right? That's not the dragon. That's not the dragon. Hold on. I have book 2. That's the dragon. That's for sure a phoenix. Do we think there's a phoenix in here? Did I just solve all my problems? Can you tell I'm really tired? Well, there you have it, folks. That's what I'm going to be reading for Draconathon. I'm so excited. I had so much fun using the board. I for sure want to do it again. Maybe I'll use it like not for Draconathon. Maybe I'll just pick it up one month and fucking, you know, YOLO, because I did painstakingly cut out all of those cards and tape them together. So I want to make sure I get my time's worth out of it. But anyways, I'm rambling, so I'll stop now. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a dragon emoji, of course. Make it look like a dragon just fireballed a fucking country down there. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!